Hi, it's Stephen Pam reporting for ADM at MilCIS 2025 here at the National Convention Centre, Canberra. I'm with Chris Rawl, who's the GM of Defence, Security and Resilience at GME. Chris, GME's a well-known company in Australia, has been for decades, but more in the consumer and commercial space with marine radios, CB radios, things like that. But in recent years, you've entered into the defence space. So what do people need to know about that?
First of all, Stephen, thanks for taking the time to speak with us today. You're right, GME is really well known in the Australian community for citizen band radios, marine and commercial radios and emergency beacons. And in Sydney, we have a facility where we can complete the design and full manufacture of those items. That's not what we do in the defence space. Rather, we take the engineering and manufacturing capability that's been built up over 65 years and we offer that as a service to defence primes, to government and other government agencies who seek manufacturing support.
Right, and I know you personally have a long background, either defence adjacent or in defence, starting out in signals in the Army. So how does that personal experience inform leading that group, that division of GME?
Yeah, I come to GME with just shy of 10 years defence industry experience, and that was preceded by 27 years in Army, and the majority of that time was spent as a signals officer. So I'm into the communications technology, the electronic warfare technology and the information systems technology, and that postures me well at GME to provide the company insights into the sector into which we're moving, elevate our level of access into the environment, but also to harmonise and orchestrate the bringing together of our engineering and manufacturing capabilities to deliver on the manufacturing outcomes that we're seeking to offer into the sector.
Okay, well, you mentioned those capabilities. You've got some hardware on the stand and people will be aware of your products that you've mentioned, but it's not just about selling people a finished product, is that right?
Sure. I've mentioned one of the three lines of business that we're investing in the defence sector, the secure manufacturing piece. Within that manufacturing world, we've invested in building a secure Zone 4 facility within our factory. And within that Zone 4 facility, we have a full automated manufacturing and testing capability, and we can offer that secure manufacturing as a service to those customers with sensitive requirements or sensitive designs. And we do that with government agencies and defence primes. So
you're not just all about keeping your own IP in-house and developing your own products, but you're actually offering that to other people.
Indeed. Mm-hmm. And I guess further to that, in addition to a manufacturing service provider, we have two other pillars of our defence lines of business. The second line of effort that we pursue is in our relationship with OWL Cyber Defence. Mm-hmm. OWL is a mature US cybersecurity company and GME is their Asia Pacific partner for distribution, reselling, support and manufacturing. And the third pillar of our defence effort emerged with our recent acquisition of a well-known defence company, Eylex. And Eylex has a rich history over the last 20 years of bringing in the best of breed communications, electronic warfare and power systems to offer to the ADF.
Okay, and there are just a couple of booths down here on the expo floor, so people can come and visit both of you. Indeed they can. GME and Eylex are working very closely together. Eylex is a great company and a great brand. So at MilCIS, what does success look like for you? Who are you talking to and what are you showing them?
Look, I think any of these trade shows, MilCIS included, represent a great opportunity for us to reconnect with our customers and our partners, identify new opportunities, engage with prospective partners and customers that we didn't previously have visibility of. But most importantly, it's a chance to listen to the customers' requirements as they're evolving. And in the world of communications and information systems, they're moving quickly.
Makes sense. Finally, I just wanted to ask you about AUKUS and how GME is positioned, or how GME can support AUKUS going forward.
The AUKUS Pact between the UK, the US and Australia, I think is important for Australian defence industry writ large. It's been important for GME twofold. First of all, under Pillar 1, we are well engaged with a range of stakeholders in the emerging Australian submarine industrial base to offer our secure manufacturing services. So we talk to the Submarine Agency, Australian Submarine Corporation, and companies like Honeywell and the Blue Forge Alliance, who are building up the Australian submarine industrial base, and GME seeks to be a part of that. The second important pillar for GME and AUKUS is indeed Pillar 2. And we're focused under Pillar 2 of bringing into Australia our cyber defence's cybersecurity products, cross-domain solutions and data diodes. And we're now able to do that in a license-free environment. And that's allowing us to bring these products in cost efficiently and effectively and offer them to the ADF.
Excellent. Well, Chris, appreciate your time today. If people want to learn more, obviously they can come and see you at MilCIS over the next couple of days, but of course they can also find you online, right?
You sure can. Just see us at gme.net.au or find me on LinkedIn.
Perfect. Thanks again for your time, Chris.
Thanks, Stephen.